this is, I know, a really painful time for you. Uh, it's a devastating time for you and the families of the other service members. But Francine, could you just tell us a little bit about your daughter, Brianna? What was she like?
Brianna was always an amazing person. She just light up a room whenever whenever she walks in. She was my firstborn, and she was always there for like everybody.
Yes, she was.
She loved her friends. She loved her family. Um, and she was just so amazing. Just so amazing.
She gave the ultimate sacrifice for her country, and for that, you know that that can never be repaid. Bernard, I just wonder, tell us a little bit about what the last couple of days have been like for you. When did you learn about what happened?
It was yesterday morning. It was just like on the movies or whatever. They came to the house and knocked on the door militarily. And it's been extremely rough. Extremely rough. But we're
Was
going to get through it, though. We definitely going to get through it.
Was there any moment as you heard that there was an attack in that part of the world, Francine, that you thought that your daughter would be affected?
We didn't hear of the attack until after we was notified.
Yes.
We was getting ready for church. Just it got her little sister dressed, ready for church. I was getting ready to get myself dressed, so we didn't hear of the attack until the military came and let us know that it was our baby.
Brianna was your first daughter, your first child. Bernard,
Yes.
tell us about how the rest of your family is doing. My understanding is that she has a sister who's very close in age to her, Kiana.
Yes.
How is everybody coping today?
We're doing as best can be expected. My daughter, Kiana, she's being strong. She's being strong. It is rough on us right now because, like you said, they're real close in age. And yeah, but we getting through it. We getting through it. I appreciate all the prayers that you guys have for our family, and just want to thank y'all.
Francine, what made Brianna want to join the Army?
We used to talk about it before she joined, and I was the first female in the family to join the military.
Yes.
So we talked about it, and so she decided that this is the career choice that she wanted. So she became the second female in the family to join the military. And she's very proud of herself, and I was always very proud of her because if that's the route that she wanted to take, I wanted her to do that. And she honored her service, and she was always proud to be in the military. She was actually thinking about re-enlisting after her time was over with this one, so she was
Yeah.
going to re-enlist. But yeah, she joined because her mother was a military person.
Following in your footsteps in a
Yeah.
lot of ways. When did she
Yes.
start this deployment? And did she ever talk to you about going where she was going and any feelings that she might have had about that?
They she left in August of 2023. She she was this is her first deployment, so she didn't know what to expect. So I don't know if she had mixed feelings about it. We did talk about it. We all the time, but she just kind of had mixed feelings. She didn't have
She didn't know what to expect.
yeah, just didn't know what to expect. She just being nervous.
Yeah, her first deployment, I mean, that's a big deal, a major experience for her. But it sounds like she was already ready to sign up again, which says so much about
Yes.
her. Bernard and Francine, I want to ask you both, but I'll start with Bernard here. Take me back to the last time you spoke with your daughter. What was that conversation like? What do you remember
Well,
about it?
that conversation was about, I think it was, we were cooking. And I would always come in and stick my head, in there and just look, look at her funny and stuff that trips her out, And it probably was about food.
So the last time I spoke with her, she wanted me to send her package, and I did. And in that package was her real estate book and some clothes, and but important that was to her was her strawberry shortcake snack cakes and her sunflower seeds. She's like, do not forget that. She had not had it, and that's what she wanted. So we just talked about her care package, and she was just like smiling. She was actually getting ready to go to chow when I talked to her the last time. She's like, Mom, I'm gonna call you back, and I didn't hear from her again. I didn't hear from her.
Francine, I know that you're waiting to hear from the president.
Yes.
What do you want to hear from him? What do you want to say to him in this moment?
I don't know what I'm expecting because my soul is just so broken. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to expect. I don't know what to hear, what to expect to hear. We have the apologies, and I'm very thankful for the apologies. I just don't know at this moment. I can't explain it. I don't know.
Sure can.
This is such a tough moment for you, for any family. But in these moments, obviously, we can't bring your baby back, but I hope that you can hold on to these memories of her. Can you share with us, Bernard and Francine, but I'll start with you again, Bernard. If you could just tell us one thing you'll miss the most about her, what would it be?
I think it would be actually it's a couple of things, but I think it would be that she loved drums. She loved it. She was drum major of a local school here, and she loved cadence. My son is, well, that's his part of my son's name, cadence. But that's about what the strongest thing I can remember about her. And of course, back to food. Favorite foods, pork chops. One of her favorite foods.
And so the thing that I'm going to miss is that she just come up to the door and she would just bang on the door and then she just run the house like, Ma, 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 what are you cooking? What are you doing? And I'm like, nothing, Brianna. And she's like, are you cooking today? I'm like, I am, Brianna. What do you want to eat? It doesn't matter. Just whatever you cook. I was like, okay. She's like, well, I'll be back later. So, and she just always just went upstairs and call her friends, and she'd just be so loud, like just very, very loud, just always laughing and giggling and just having such a good time on the phone with her friends. And I just know that they miss her just as much as we do.
Francine,
And her sister,
yeah, her sister.
yes, her sisters and her brother.
Yeah. Francine, I keep thinking about what you were saying about that last phone call with her, and you didn't get a chance to talk to her again. She wasn't able to call you back. What would you have said to her if she had been able to call you back?
If we knew what we know now, we would have held on to that phone call as long as possible. We want to record it. We want to get I love you. And everything, just make sure that she knew how
Yes.
much we loved her. And that we never wanted her to feel alone.
No.
And that we was always be right there by her side. And so this, we just want to just try to prolong the time as long as possible. Yeah.
We feel that love, we feel your pain. I'm so very sorry. I'm so very sorry for your loss.